She finds out Alyssa is my sister.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back, or welcome to the channel. My name's Alyssa.
And I'm Ryanna.
What are we doing today, babe?
We are having a mukbang for you guys today. We're gonna be eating from the shaking crab. So what do you have, baby?
I have the fried shrimp basket with Cajun fries. It might look little, but that's because I started eating it before the video.
And then we have some clams in the bollock sauce, which is just butter and garlic. And then I have the combo bag, which is the shrimp, the crab legs, and a bag of corn. So today, guys, we have a story to tell you. You know, we started thinking the other day, we made a video the other day, and we're like, oh, what's the craziest thing we've done together? Or what's the funniest thing we've done together? So we have so many different ones, but this one is really funny. Alright, so let's get into the food. Okay, so how was your day, baby?
Okay. It's tiring.
Guys, Alyssa works for Amazon.
It was downpouring. Did it rain over here?
I don't know. I don't think so.
You didn't go outside?
No.
It was raining so hard. Yeah, it was raining wicked hard. It was like Florida for a second.
What was that?
It tastes really garlicky when I put my finger in it. That's just not a normal taste to me.
Yeah, I know. It's because there's a lot of garlic in there.
I forced it. Oh.
I'm gonna make a mess. Guys, maybe I feel like I should have gotten gloves. The sauce that I have is the soul sauce, which is a sweet chili miso.
Free wind.
What?
I'm gonna try the shrimp for the first time.
There you go.
No, that's bomb.
Alright, guys, so
I would tell you to try one, but I don't have a lot, so I would I'll let you try one. There's a bite, because this shit is so good.
it looks good. It doesn't look too breaded.
No, it's not breaded at all. It tastes like something else that we've had before.
Popcorn shrimp.
That's what it is? Delicioso.
Alright, so let's take it back to my high school days.
3 years ago?
Yep. So
You saving some for later?
I guess so. Guys, I gotta plop on my phone. Mitchie.
I should have got gloves. What got none in there?
What?
Gloves?
What? Oh, gloves? No. So, my freshman year of high school, my freshman homeroom teacher was always late. Always late. And for whatever reason, she always marked me absent. So, come senior year, I used that to my advantage. So freshman year, I always had to go downstairs to the office, and by then, the lady knew me. She was like, were you in homeroom? And I said, yes. She'd mark me in for the day. So senior year, I'm not living at home anymore, and I'm living with Alyssa. And the lady knew me so well, that I figured I could lie to her. So, senior year, I used to go to school late, and I'd miss homeroom. And she would ask, I'd go down, and I'd tell her,
Man, I can't believe they put me late.
like, I don't know why. She'd be like, were you in homeroom, honey?
Like, of course I was. Like, I was like, it's freshman year all over again.
That was a lie. So she used to mark me in even though I was late, and I didn't care.
They about to pull that diploma.
Seriously. So fast forward, a little bit. So I used to be late. And now she finds out Alyssa is my sister. So Alyssa used to dismiss me a lot from school.
As her
Sister.
because if you're not family, you can't dismiss the student. So Ryanna was like, just say you're my sister. So I would just say I was her sister. It's just so awkward.
Because it just screams like this is obviously a lie.
I remember one time I was dismissing her, and I think it took a while for them to call her down, like the teacher or wherever the hell she was, or it was in between periods. It was not. They couldn't get a hold of her, so I had to like wait there. I remember the lady was like, oh, it's like, whose side are you on? And it was at this time, like it was early on in the relationship where I really didn't know either of her dad's side or her mom's side like well enough. I just knew she had a lot of siblings. So she's like, oh, like, is it the mom's side or the dad's side? And she actually knew Ryanna's like family. And she was like, oh yeah, the mom has, you know, whatever, girls, boys, and then the dad, I had no idea. I knew more about the mom's side than her dad's side. She's like, oh yeah, the dad has a boy with like 2 boys. I was like, yeah, he's got like 2 boys, and then she's like, yeah, I'm the girl. You're like, oh, you're from her dad's side? Like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. Sure. And then if you ever see her dad, it's even funnier because her dad is very dark skinned. So it makes absolute no sense at all either. Because her mom would have been better off because her mom is like light skinned. Like has her complexion, so it makes more sense.
Like me, dark skinned guy. Like the whitest thing on earth.
It's funny.
I think the funniest part is that she also asked me too. She asked me one day. I was in the office, I was late, and so the thing is that not every time that I was late did I go straight to a class. I knew what time I needed to be in a specific period, so that's the time that I would show up to that class. And some days, just so that she didn't catch on, I would go to the office so that I could be marked late. So one day, it was so random. I was in the office and I'm like, hey, can I get a slip? And she was like, sure, honey. She goes, can I ask you a random question? I'm like, yeah, what's up? And she's like,
So your sister, you know, because I've never seen her before. She goes, is she like from your dad's side?
and I'm like, yeah. She's never seen my dad before, but she's seen my mom. But, oh my god, I was like, I was laughing so hard because I'm like, I hope my dad never shows up to pick me up.
And she'd be like, your sister's pretty white.
But there's that story.
Fries are spicy and these clams are not it, bro. I just like clams, like just clams. Like
Maybe I should have just had them put it in this sauce.
There's so much garlic. Like, what did they think they were doing?
Guys, we normally really love this seafood place, and the first time we ever went,
Oh my god, I can't.
we sat there for 2 hours
I can't.
opening this.
I can't do it.
You can't do what?
I can't do this, that, whatever it is.
So don't eat it.
I'm about to put it through water. Put it in a pan.
Fun
With
fact
just agua and salt.
about your crab, for all my crab lovers. So you take the leg, right? You snap it on the red side. Yeah. And voila. Now you should have got your own. Shut up.
Hey.
What else was a funny time? I started thinking about that one.
Everything. It was just hilarious.
I started thinking about that one, and I started thinking about a whole bunch of other stuff.
So name.
Well, clearly
Every
I don't
day is
remember.
funny, babe.
No.
We're comedians. What are the 4 guys that are funny that have their own show?
I almost said Property Brothers.
Nope, that's 2.
Impractical Jokers.
There we go. That's us. Our everyday life.
It's a joke.
In a good way. Here's some napkins, bro.
You already gave me some.
Oh.
Well,
The only thing I can think of is New York. That's it. It's not funny. It's just fun. There's Thailand.
what happened in Thailand?
A lot of funny shit happened in Thailand.
Like what? Alyssa found her new word she likes to be called in Thailand. In Thailand, they're all, you see it,
Tomboy.
tomboys.
Which is, I feel, the appropriate word. I don't like dyke or butch. Lesbian to me really isn't, I mean, I guess. But, like, I don't know. Sure. It's just like, I don't know. I can't think of why you would.
Ew, you lesbian.
Just appreciate the word tomboy. It takes me back to when I was younger. When I was younger, I always dressed masculine since I was very young. And I just always done that. It always felt more comfortable. And I also hung around, all my cousins are boys, so I was just always doing what they're doing, so I wanted to dress how they were. And I mean, they were younger, but still, we were all relatively close in age. So it was just like, before I was gay, I was a tomboy. Now that I'm gay, or now that I'm out, it's like, oh, you're a dyke, or butch, or whatever else they come, like, whatever they come up with. Stud, I don't mind, stem, but I don't know, that was like, when I had first came out, like, that was the term then. But like, I really just like tomboy because it's just what it is. Why does it matter? So that was fun. I like that. And they would all be like, you tomboy? Me too. I'm like, see, this is so nice. This is so great. What other funny stories do we have?
By the way, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on post notifications so you can be notified every time we upload a video.
Yeah, because they're dropping. They're dropping hot. Like, hot. You know what I'm saying? Like fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, make a lot. A lot of it.
Make a
dropping.
lot.
Yeah. They're dropping a lot. I wish we could go backwards really fast.
I hate you.
What?
She just made a Ready Player One reference. Would you think I wouldn't catch on?
Why did you tell him? We're supposed to make sure all my fellow. These fries are great, but not just
You
fries.
had coffee?
Yeah. Coffee goes with everything.
With seafood though?
Yeah. This is like soda or like water. This just goes for everything. I guess it depends on the flavor of the coffee. Like pumpkin spice would not go with everything. Bro, what other funny stories? Well, it's not really a funny story, but I think about this all the time because I think it's hilarious. But remember when we were at Walmart the other day and they have the gates up now? Oh, the fence. So at our Walmart, which a lot of places are doing now because of COVID, they've put those little rent-a fences up to make, like, so you have to go in one way and leave one way. We were leaving and this guy like hopped over the fence because there was nobody coming, and it's like ridiculously long. Like, some of them make sense, like, you know, they put, you know, 5 or 6 so you get the point of where you're supposed to start, but they literally like all the way down and around to like it's just ridiculous. So this guy, there was nobody coming and he hopped the fence. This poor old guy, like the security guard is standing here, he's like,
You're not supposed to hop the fence.
the guy's like, he looks around, he's like,
Why the does it matter?
and I thought that show was so funny. And I don't condone, like, obviously being rude to people because I'm the last person to do that, but I just thought it was so funny how he was like, come on dude, like I literally only did it because nobody was around. I don't know. That was
And the guy was like,
No, you need to go around.
he was like,
I'm not going around. He's like, there's nobody here.
mind you, he had
wasn't
already
like-
hopped the fence by the time the guy had caught him. Would you give up on your fries?
I just... What?
On a corn?
No. I'm just not feeling the vibe.
I still like it. That's what you get for not ordering your huge.
I was choked on the spice. I don't want the huge. I told you I didn't feel like working. It sounds lazy, but like, you know, food that you have to work for, like that, like you have to take time to eat it. Like you can't just put it in your mouth. You have to like break it down or do something with it. Like sometimes you're just not in the mood to do that. You just want to eat. You don't want to have to work for your food. You're already tired, and that's where I was at. Oh, here's another funny story I just thought of. So, a couple years ago, we decided to drive to Ohio. And we took my Toyota Celica, which was a stick shift. And Ryanna doesn't know how to drive a stick shift. And the drive from the New England area to Ohio is about 10 to 12 hours. Obviously, if you stop, if you don't stop, whatever. And the speed that you're going. So it was like the first road trip that we had ever taken, like by ourselves and stuff like that. And
besides New York.
Besides, yeah, like, but like a real road trip, like I mean. So we were going, obviously, like I said, she doesn't know how to drive stick shift, but I told her it's not that hard because you're on the highway and you're just going like the same speed, like you're not on and off, like, you know, in a city street, red light, green light. It's not that serious. You just pretty much, you keep going. You shouldn't have to stop. So I was getting really tired. I don't know how many hours we had left, but we pulled over and I don't know, somewhere, just like one of those rough stops.
You think you're funny?
And we, so like I got out, we switched. She was like, oh, just let me drive, babe. Like I feel so like bad, like you're tired, obviously, just let me drive. I'm like, no, I got it. She's like, no, like let me drive. Obviously you're tired, you need to sleep, just let me drive. Like you said, it's just go. I'm not gonna be stopping and going, so it'll be fine. So I put her in the car, we drove around in the parking lot a couple, like, you know, turns, and she was like, fine. So we get ready to leave and we're leaving on the ramp, right? And I finally like put my head down and she's starting to go. She goes into first, she goes into second, and as she's getting on the freaking ramp to get on the highway, she's picking up speed, like going 30-40 miles an hour. Mind you, I'm like resting, eyes closed. She slams that bitch into first. That was the scariest thing ever, because I was like, and you know how if you drive stick shift, you know it's so hard to put a car into first when it's going fast like that. Like, I'm like, bro, one, you had to force that shit. Like, you slammed that shit in there, and then
you have
like
no
it
idea
was
what
so
you're
scary because, yeah, you remember you went into first gear?
No, you think I went into first gear.
You did go into first gear.
Yeah, we did.
There's no other way. So then, and when you go into first gear, when you're going fast, it's like halts the car. Like it's like, like I finally put my head down, like it started to rest. All of a sudden, I thought we were gonna die. I looked at her, I was like, you're in first, you're in first, you're in first. She's like, ow. But other than that, that was just hilarious to me. That was so funny.
I'm thinking you're ready to talk about how eventually we did that again. I was thinking she was going to talk about how we actually did that a second time, but this time we didn't stop. We switched in the middle of the highway.
Oh yeah.
While driving.
Yeah.
A stick shift car.
Yeah.
So she was super tired, and I was like, well, you know what, since
was that on the way back?
No, that was still going. Damn. So she was still tired. And she's like, I can't take it no more. And I'm watching her fall asleep. I'm like, no, I'm not doing this with you. Either pull over or, like, I don't know. Because I was like, or I'm driving because I am not dying today. So we switched in the middle of driving.
So she wouldn't have to start.
So I wouldn't have to start. And, of course, we've been driving for hours. No tolls, nothing. She falls asleep. She's getting all comfy, you know, getting all comfy, cozy. closes her eyes. 5 minutes later, I see toll up ahead. I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh, hell no. I said, of course, of course, of course. She falls asleep, and now there's tolls.
And they were back to back. It wasn't one, it was literally like 5, I swear. But luckily we had like the little pass thing where you don't have to slow down. So I told her, you don't have to stop. I said, don't even worry about it. You just have to slow down. I was like, so just go down in the gears and then just start again. Like, you don't have to do anything.
So what we did was, I woke her up.
And I stood, oh yeah, I shipped for you.
She shipped for me. And I obviously just did my feet.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was so scary because obviously the car's in it's in, what's it called? Airplane mode. What's that thing?
Huh?
What's that thing called?
Autopilot?
Yeah.
Cruise control?
Yeah.
I was like, fucking cars don't have autopilot.
The car is in cruise control, and freaking the wheel is like while we're driving, and I'm like, oh my god, move faster. She like, I went to the front and she moved to the back. Like, we pushed the seats down, and that's how we were able to move around fast. But that was so funny.
I basically did it because like my parents said that they did it when they were younger, and they used to go on road trips from New England to California and stuff, and they were like, yeah, we would go without stopping. We would just switch. But yeah, in a freaking motorhome where you have legit a pathway between you, like you can just literally just stand up and walk. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it because my parents did it, because I'm cool like that. And we did it. I was proud. And when I came back, I told them, I was like, by the way, we switched in the middle of the highway driving because we're cool like you guys. Did you ever? No, I never even gave you these.
No, I bite it with my teeth. Are you having fun?
Don't put your head in.
Why are you watching me? I don't know either. Whoa. Alright guys, so that's the end of this video. If you liked the video, comment down below what was your favorite part. If you guys want to see more of these mukbangs, let us know. You got anything to say, baby?
I'm wondering, I just have one question. Like, I really do. It's bothering me.
What?
Why aren't you subscribed yet? I don't get it. They're still sitting here. It's been like, how long? And they're not even subscribed. Like, what are you doing? Like, hit the subscribe button. Like, you know, like she said, like, hit the subscribe button, like the video, comment, whatever you want to comment. Just comment. Comment the color of your shirt. Comment what you did today. Comment what you want to see. Comment about your feelings. We want to know it all. And these videos are gonna keep coming. I'll tell you, they dropping hot. That's all.
I don't know how hot they dropping. They've dropped pretty hot. Now we just need to produce more content.
You notice we're matching?
Yeah.
I did it on purpose.
I know. I had this shirt on first.
Yeah, I know.
Why'd you want to match me?
What's the big
You
deal?
like me or something?
Barely.
I don't know. That's why you matching me. Alright guys, well that's the end of this video. As always, keep it tight, keep it classy, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.